Hi, good day, um, and welcome. In this video, we'll be looking at continuing our basic site configuration for our new WordPress website. In our last video, we did some basic settings at the back end. As you can see, the front end still doesn't contain much of things; it's still raw. So I'm going back to the back end now. In our last video, I explained how everything here works. And one thing is that the more we install new plugins, the more we have more other things to configure. But in this video, we are starting with installing our theme. To do that, we go to Appearance, go to Themes tab, and we have thousands of many themes available on WordPress for us to choose from. So this is like a default theme that is here. There used to be like three default themes, and since you don't actually need them, you can just remove them since you are no more using them. So to add a new theme, we click on Add New. So there are some theme suggestions here that we can pick from. So depending on the one that we need, we try to install it, and we can preview a theme before we start the installation. So we can see different things that are available. So we just have to pick one and we'll start the customization. So this is like a preview of this theme. Well, let me just pick from one of the popular ones, that is Astra. Okay, this is Astra. So I can just pick this one for now. So I'm trying to install the theme. After that, we'll be able to start the customization of our new theme. So it's still installing. So this is the theme description here. So once the installation is done, you are going to activate the theme and we can start the customization. However, there is one thing, this is a local WordPress environment. If I'm working on a shared hosting and I've already installed my WordPress, the site will be live already. This implies that if someone visited the website link, they will see everything that I'm currently working on. All the raw stuff, all the default stuff, they'll be able to see. So our theme has been installed and it is activated also. So we are going to have a new interface now. So this is the current interface. This is how this website look like. So I can decide to remove the default theme that is here in order to save some space. Now, as you can see, we have some settings here, and these are some of the things that this theme will be able to do or what it is suitable for. Suitable for local business, e-commerce, blogging, professional services. So, and it has some widgets that came with it. We have Astra options too, and we have the menu. So we are going to check each side. So remember in the theoretical part of this course, I mentioned widgets and what they do. So these are some widgets and some locations where they are located. Like this one is the search widget. This is it here. So this right side of the screen is the main what do you call it? Is the main sidebar. A sidebar is like a side section of the website. So on the sidebar, we have all these recent posts, recent comments, archive, and categories. So because we've now created more categories, we only have one. That is why we are seeing just one category here. When I might decide I don't want these stuffs to show on my sidebar. And one thing about sidebar is that if you have visited many websites before, sidebar is a good place to place an advert. You can place an ad there, a pictorial ad or something, a video ad, and many other things. You can place some articles there so that when people finish reading the main article, you can also check those ones out and things like that. So, and also you can put the subscribe button uh on your sidebar, and people will be able to subscribe from there. So one thing I want to do is that I don't want my archive to show on the sidebar, so I can decide to remove it. To do that, I'll just highlight on it, click this options button and remove it. So that one is done. Also, I don't want recent comments to show on my sidebar, so I can just remove recent comment also. However, I might decide to leave recent post. So, okay, this one has been removed. So in case I want to add another thing, I can just click on this plus sign and look for any stuff that I want to add from the list of the widgets that are available. There are many. And one thing is that as you start installing more plugins, you are going to have more widgets to choose from. So that one is done. I can decide to, let me see, do something here. Okay. Now, there's another thing about widgets is that each widget has its own configuration also. You see that under this recent post, there is block. So for each widget, we have block setting for it. Like it's asking if I want the post content to show, which is like what is inside the post. If I want it to show as an excerpt or as a full post. So if I want the author name to display, if I want the dates to display and things like that, and if I want the feature image to display also, so I can, you know, activate or deactivate that depending on my taste. Then there is now this last setting which says how many items do I want to show on this with this widget. So I can just select like 5 or so. So there are other positions like the header and the footer 1 and footer 2 section. The footer section is just the lower part of the website here. This side is the footer section of the website. So, and what is there is copyright 2022 powered by Astra WordPress Theme. I think we will be able to remove that one if we don't want people to know the name of the theme that we are currently using. So we'll be able to do that under the customize section. I just say, you know, use this to explain what are the things we can do on the widget sections. And depending on the theme, is going to show how many sidebars we are going to have. You see, we only have one main sidebar here, which means that will be the sidebar for other pages too. So there are some things that they allow you to have category sidebar, which is going to show on category pages and things like that. So like there are some things that come with different sidebar and you'll be able to add different stuffs there. So I was discussing something earlier concerning the fact that if I'm working on a live website, like a website that is on WordPress hosting or shared hosting, the site would be active. Like people will be able to see the things that I'm currently doing from the back end. So in order to, tell my users or people that have already known about the website that this website is actually not ready, it is still under maintenance, or I'm still working on it, I can install some plugins to do that. They are just maintenance plugin, like just to show that this my website is not ready yet. So I'm now under plugins. We need to install some simple plugins to start our configurations. We still not customize our theme yet. So first I want to remove this hello dolly. It's not useful. There's nothing I'm using it for. So I can decide to install Jetpack, which is a very powerful plugin. So I'll search for Jetpack here. So I'll click on install now. Once the installation is done, I can now start my configuration for Jetpack. I'm not sure if we are going to be able to configure it here because of the fact that I'm working on a local environment and configuring Jetpack requires me to connect with the live server of Jetpack, which is online. So, like connecting with my WordPress account and something like that. So most of these settings that I need to do on Jetpack, I might not be able to do it for now. So when you get to probably essential plugins, I'm going to use a live site to do those configurations so that we can see how that one is done. So before Jetpack finish installing, I was talking about the fact that we need a plugin to, show that this website is still under maintenance and is not ready to show live yet. So to do that, we can install a plugin called SeedProd. SeedProd is spelled as SEEDPOD. So when we install SeedProd, we are going to activate a page there, which is going to be on our main page for now until we finish our designs. So once we are done with our design, we can remove seed prod and the site will be live again to people. So Jetpack is still installing. Once that one is done, we can now move on. However, as we started designing our website, we will need some graphics to get work done. Some of the graphics that we are going to need is what we call the favicon or the site icon. Yeah, you see up here, this is the site icon for SAMP software. This is for SAMP software, and this is for this website also. So our own website also need, okay, Jetpack is done. So our own website also need a site icon. Yeah, so it also needs a site icon, and this site icon must be 512 by 512 pixels, and it has to, in one way or the other represent what our website is about. So Jetpack is done installing, and I just want to show an overview of some of the settings that are present inside the plugin. So for any plugin that you install, you have to do is configuration. So It's saying that I'm in offline mode, so some features are disabled, which means I won't be able to do much of configurations on it. But these are some of the stuffs that we will need to configure on it. So add sharing button to your post, automatically share posts to your social networks. So these are some of the things that Jetpack is able to do. So alright, I can now install my Seed Pro plugin. So we are going to need a favicon, which you can design your favicon, or let me say something like, you can call it a logo too, but it has to be square shape, 512 by 512. You can use Canva to do that, to do your Seed Pro, to design your favicon. And the next thing is the header, or the logo that is going to show on the front page of your website. So we call that one like the header. So it's different from the site icon, like the logo that is going to show on your header. And it has a determinant factor. Depending on the theme that you install, it's going to show, like tell you the size of the picture that you will need to use as your header. So as you see, coming soon page, maintenance mode, and things like that. This is what Seed Pro is about. That's 1 million active installation, compatible with my last version of WordPress, and it is last updated 2 months ago, which means it met all the criteria that I mentioned in our last video that we need to use when we are trying to install a new, a new plugin on our website. So this is the configuration now. So I can just click on get started. So it's asking which page is it that I want to set up first. And the page I need to set up is what is the coming soon page. So I want to tell people that my website is not already, but very soon something huge is coming. So I've selected that. I'll click on save and continue. Then it's asking me to choose a template. So I can just pick from any of the free templates that are there. Seems this one is nice. Okay. It's asking which features are the features that I still want to activate. This is add recommended plugins to my website. Some of the recommended plugins is Raffle Press. I don't need it. Monster Insert. I may need that one. All-in-one SEO. I'm not using all-in-one for my stuff. WP Forms is still okay. Optin Monster, I'm not really in need of it, so I can just deactivate this. I don't need that. So, but I can install WP Forms. Owing to the fact that it's going to allow me to add a contact form on that maintenance page. So what Optin Monster does is what you see here. It helps to create pop-ups, announcement bars, and things like that. So this drag and drop builder, I don't know what exactly is it. So I might decide to just leave it and see what is going to install for me. Block and templates, you should install it. Email marketing integration is a pro version, so I just need to remove that. I'm using a basic version of the plugin, so it won't even work. So I've marked some of the things that I want this plugin to install for me during this installation process. So I'll just click on save and continue. Okay, it's asking me for license key. But because of the fact that I'm using a free version, I'll just continue. I don't have the license key. So I'm done with the basic setting. Now I will need to configure my coming soon page. Okay. So as you can see now, this is my seed code plugin, and these are some of the things that came with it. So like I said, the more you install plugins, the more we are going to have more settings to do on this left side and more things to know about. So it's trying to install some more plugins for me, which are some of the plugins that we are going to need. Actually, I could have just choose I will do it later, but then I might need to use WP form on the coming soon page that I need to design. So that one is still ongoing. So we are talking about we've talked about favicon, which is the logo or like the site icon. Yeah, the site icon. So the second one I was talking about is the logo, which is going to be on your site header. So that one, I said, is determined at times by the type of theme that you install. There are some themes that come with a demo. Like a demo is like a sample of how this website is going to look like. So this demo helps you to know that this is what is expected of you when you are trying to design the website. So you have to look at the size of the logo that they use in the demo version. To do that, you can just download the logo that came with the demo theme. You download it, you check the properties of the image and see the size. That will help you to scale or size the picture, the picture of your own logo. Like it's going to help you to know that this is the size I need to use for my logo. So that if it is a logo that the demo one is 1500 by 760 pixels, you now want to install your own logo. Now say because the picture is fine oh, it's shaping it. You now want to install something like 2000 by 1005 pixels. The implication of that is that you are going to end up with a website that has a very big logo and a very big header. So the logo is not going to fit in into the header. Okay. So these are some of the things that I can be able to do with my seed code plugin. But what I actually need now is what is a coming soon page. So I'm going to click on edit page. So I hope that one is clear concerning the logo on our header. So sometimes if there is if you install a theme that has uh, a demo with it and you like to try out the demo, you can just install the demo and you know edit the demo as actually as a beginner in WordPress. But if it is someone that is a pro, the person can just look at the demo and replicate it instead of installing the demo. It's two different things. You can install the demo and edit it, or you replicate, you start designing that same demo from scratch. So that is another perspective. So the builder is still loading. Once it's done, we can start to customize the builder. So this is still how the front end of our website look like for now. So you can see that some of the things that I've already removed from the sidebar are gone. This is what I was talking about. This place that I highlighted is where we call the header, and the only thing that is currently showing in my header is the site name. So when we get to customization, we edit it. Now this is the current menu that we have, and it contains 4 pages. This is a page, a page, a page, and a custom link. One is a custom link. I think I'm going to show us that one under menu. Here under menus. I don't know, it could be that the builder is not loading because I'm working in a local environment. I don't know. So let me just quickly show us what is happening on the menu section. So this is the menu for a raw website. There will be nothing there. So you just come up here. You are going to create a new menu. So once you created the menu, you are going to name it the menu name, primary menu. So you add some things to it, which are like pages. You mark the pages, you click on add to menu. They are going to show here. If you like to add posts to your menu too, you can do that. Or if you like to use custom link like I used here, if I want the custom link to show, I'll just type the link, the name of the link, and click on add to menu, and everything you show will show here. If I'm using a system, I can drag and drop, and I can also make a menu a sub-menu of another one by doing this. So which shows that sample page is under GI website menu. So when I'm done with that, I can click on save menu. However, this menu is asking me where are the locations that I want this menu to show. The primary menu is here. This place is called the primary menu. Secondary menu used to be at times below or above the primary menu. So, but I don't need that, so I put it off. And also, I can create a separate menu for my secondary menu. So we have off canvas. I really don't remember where that one is. Logged in account menu. If people log into their account, which menu do I want them to be seeing? And here is the footer menu. So I can create another menu for my footer, which I want to be different from the one that they see on the header, which is the primary menu. So once I'm done with that, I can just click on save menu, and that will be it. So the builder is actually not loading. I think it's because I'm in a local environment. So if it happens that the builder loads, we can just try to follow the prompts. It's easy to set up. Once you are done, you just click on activate, and it's going to show on your front page. Now let's go back to our theme and start the customization. Okay, it's asking me to save the things that I've done here. So now let's go to customize, which is where we are going to, you know, make some edits to our theme. Now there's another thing about this is that some themes used to come with their own theme setting. So if you install a theme that come with its own theme setting, you just go to that theme and click on theme option. Do those settings first to your own liking. Then you now come to customize section to do some other edits. And also, I'm using Astra theme. If you install another theme, it's going to have its own different configuration, but I'm trying to explain it in a way that this tutorial will be suitable for other themes that you install also. So it's still loading. So this is our customizer, and customizer is to show live, like it's going to show the website as you are making edits to it. So we have different sections that are here for us to, explore, edit to our taste. The builder is still not loading. So some of the things that come with, I was talking about some things comes with a demo, which is like a sample of how the website is going to look like. An example is Ocean WP. You can just check it out under Teams. Ocean WP is a very interesting free theme that is available on WordPress. You can be able to use it for many things. So now let's quickly do some things here. I can decide to start with site identity. Site identity, that is where we have my site icon, and the logo also. So like I said earlier, we select a site icon which must be 512 by 512 pixels. I think I've already installed a picture. I can just pick the picture and put it there. So but I don't know if that one is going to select. So I think because I'm working in a local environment, that is why it's not picking up. So then site title and logo settings. So it's asking me to select a logo. Here, there is a suggested image dimension, which shows that the suitable dimension for a logo that I need to use for this theme, because it is specified by the theme, it has to be 180 by 60 pixels. So if it happened that I uploaded a bigger one, I will need to crop it, or just go to resizepictures.com and crop or resize the image. So the reason why there has been an error cropping the image could be one or two. One, the image is too big to be cropped. Two, I'm working in a local environment, so it could be one of the two that stop it from being something. Now there's another thing I need you to note here. It's asking me for logo width, which is how you know lengthy or somehow do I want my logo to be. And also note this, that this one is showing me that this is how this thing is going to be in laptop. If I need to reconfigure for you know for a mobile, I'll click here. Or if I need to configure for tablet, okay, this is mobile, this is system, and this is tablet. You see that it's changing as I'm clicking on it. So this is tablet and this is mobile. It's smaller than you see, this is mobile. It shows that this is how it's going to look on mobile. So if I would like to do some tweak, edit the pixel, reduce or increase it to make it look nice, I will be able to do that. Now it's asking me if I want to display the site title. Most of the time, if you already put a logo, you may not need to put a site title again. So but because I didn't put a logo due to the situation of the environment that I'm working from, so I'm unable to, so I can just leave my site title there. But if my title is very fine, I can decide to use my site title as my logo. Then here is asking if I want to use inline logo and site title at the same time. Like I want to display site logo and site title at the same time. And also if I want to display my site tagline, which is like my motto. So my precious WordPress website is my own tagline for this site. So if I want to display it, I can just activate it and put it there. So once I'm done with the edit, I can just publish it and it's going to save. You see now the tagline is now showing. Then under design, I can be able to do some more edits, like change the font size, the tagline font size, the spacing, and all that. So that is that. So as I'm making the edit is showing. Then we have the primary menu. Okay, where am I now? Okay, so I started from site identity, where I'm able to do my site title and logo settings and select site icon. So I'm done with that side. I can move on to the next one. Menus. I already showed us menu the other time. So it's telling me that we have a primary menu that is currently set to primary menu. This is what that one is referring to. If I want to edit it, I can click on this place too. So because I'm already there, that's why it's not changing. So I can be able to edit some stuffs, the widgets also. If I want to edit this widget, I can click on this and it's going to take me there. So now back to menu, I can be able to, configure the menu more here. If I click on this, it should open the menu. So these are some places where a menu can be placed, and I think I already explained this the other time. So let's not just waste our time and move on. So I already talked about widgets also. Your team has 7 other widget areas, but this particular page does not display them. You can navigate to other pages on your site while using customizer to view and edit. Widgets are best configured on the widget section, so you might not need to use your customizer to do your widget settings. So you can just go to appearance widget and get the widget configured. So this one is just showing me the widgets that are on this page. If I go to other page and I have other widgets there, I'll be able to edit them also. So let's just go back. Okay, now to home page settings, which is how do I want my home page to look. You see that the current thing that is showing on my home page is what? Is this blog post. Because what I told this setting is that, or how I set it is that it should show my latest post, which is ideal for a blog. If my website is just going to be a blog, that is how I want it to be. But if I'm converting my website to a website, like a normal website, which is going to have the home page, the page that people will see first, and that home page might not contain blog posts. Might just, if it is a business website now, I can make some designs. Welcome to our business website, kinikon, kinikon, and things like that. So because this is a sample page, like the page I chose was a sample page. So for me to choose a new home page, I will have to go to pages, add a new page, design the page. When the page is now ready, I will come here and select the page that I already designed. And under the post page, the page that I already created for blog, I'll just select it and publish. So anytime that I posted anything, automatically those things will be posted under the blog page. It will be inside the blog page. So I don't need to add any code or any short code for it to display that. So all the posts will be showing under the post page. So I'm going to show us once this one is done saving. So it's published. Now let's try to see. This is my front page of the website. So I'm trying to load it now. Ehen. You see that this is the sample page that I choose for my front page. That is why it's showing me this. If I have redesigned this page, to make it look nicer is going to be better than this. Now for me to look for my, to go to where I have my blog post, I will need to edit the menu. I can just come to my web menus. I'm going to add blog as part of the menu. Let me see if I can quickly do that. Menus. So I can come here and add item blog. So it's added. So as you can see, blog has been added. I can rearrange it and shift it up. So I'm trying to shift it up now. Okay, publish. So that one done, I'll just come back to my website, reload it, which implies that this is the front page of my website for now because this is a standard website. So this front page now, I need to redesign it using something like Elementor or other page builders that are available. Okay, my WPF forms is ready, so which I can use to design my contact page later. So uh I'm trying to reload so that blog is going to show here that it has been added, which means if people want to see all the news that I've posted, they will just click on blog and they will see all the news that are available or articles that are available on my website. So remember how I configured that one the other time. So if I go to blog, I should be able to see that one post that is available on my website before now. You see we have hello world, which is the only post that is available on my website. If I posted any other blog post too, everything is going to be here, including their feature photo. So that is a difference between a blog, like a website that is just a blog, and one that is a website that has a front page and a blog page separately. So now back to our customizer. So I've been able to determine what I want my home page to show. But for now, I only want it to show my latest post. So let me just convert it back. So we are done with the home page setting. Additional CSS is just like some codes, like some codes that you would like to add to your website to enhance how it looks. As a beginner, you might not to need to add additional CSS to your website. So global settings, that is where we have typography, where you can choose your colors, how you want your container to look like, buttons and block editor. So under typography, that's where you can choose your fonts, what is the font that you need and things like that. So that's where you can choose your font, and I think that one is easy to do. Most of the time you just need to leave the font that came with the theme like that, and if you like to change it, you can go on and change it. So on the color section, that is where you can choose what color do you want to show on your website, how do you want to show links. I think this is color link and this is hover. Yeah, hover. So which means the original color of the link is going to be color blue. When a link is hovered, it's going to turn black. See what I'm saying? This is blue color. But when I hover it, it turns what? It turns black. If I want my links to show red, I'll just click on this place. So I scroll down and pick red color. So I'm going to scroll down and pick red color, and it should change that way. Yeah. So I've changed my link to red color, and when it is hovered, I want it to show them blue. So then I will save it. So these are some other colors and things like that. Site background is no background. At times you might have a thing that come with its own background and things like that. Content background. So you can just edit it to your liking. But most of the time we don't change these ones because there are still many things to do on your website that needs your time. So I've already changed my color, and maybe on the next load the links should change. This is container settings, which is going to show how your site layout is going to look. This is content are box, box, full width, contained. So like once you choose one, you publish it, you can reload the website and you see how it look, container width and things like that. So then button settings. So these are like how buttons are going to look like and all. So most of the time you just pick what you need here and you publish it, and it's not all things that come with button settings. So it depends on the thing that you're having. And this is what I was saying. See that the links have turned red now. They are no more blue. They've turned red because I already changed it to red color. And when it is over, it's showing me blue. All right. Let me quickly explain some things about block editor. In our last video, I mentioned classic editor, which is like the archaic version of editing stuff in WordPress. But now we are having block editor, and in block editor, like it's like you are building a house. You will lay all the blocks on each other. So when you lay all the blocks perfectly on each other, you are going to have what? A perfect design, like a perfect house. So that is how block editor works. You place all the widgets and everything, you place them on each other. So and in each of these editor, like in the block editor, each paragraph is like a block, or let's say each block is a paragraph. So which means if you are working inside a paragraph or inside a block, it's like you are working in a paragraph. That's like a description of how we can describe it. Now let's go to header builder, which is how I want my header to look like. This header builder is peculiar to each theme, which means each theme comes with how the header is designed. See now here, this one shows me like three things, like three sections of the header. The top bar, this is top bar, this side is the top bar. This is the header, and this is the secondary menu or secondary header. So but here I have site title and logo, which means it's going to this header, because I've not added logo. I configured it to show site title and logo. or is configured to show site title and logo. I can decide to remove it. If I remove it, site title and logo will not show again. I will have to go and add it back at the setting. Now this is another part, the second part, the primary menu. So okay, I can just place here and add my site title and logo back. Then if I want to add some other thing here, like these are some other things that can be added. Like I can be able to add my social channels. But most of the time when we want to add social channel, you don't add it on the primary menu. You can come here to the top bar and add social channels. Then I can click here to edit it and configure it. So this one is okay as it is. So this is just how the header is configured. So let's say I want to edit this social section now. I'll just click on this place. It's going to open. Okay, these are some of the you see what I'm saying, that in the top bar, that is where we used to put social channels. So I can decide to edit it. So I will add my Facebook URL, my Twitter URL, my Instagram, and some other ones that are there if they can be added. So we have phone number and things like that. So once I'm done with the edit, I can click on publish and that will be it. So social icons done. Then site title and logo. Do I need to edit that? The primary menu is done and I can be able to edit it here too. So these are like how the header is to be configured. And basically the things that you need on your header is what? Your logo. If there is no logo, it could be site title and logo. It could be just logo only, and it could be just site title alone. So all these plus plus, like they are like things that you can add. you know I can decide to add an account here, which is somewhere that people will be able to log in. So when they click on this button, it should allow them to be able to log into the website. So that is what that one is for. But like I said, the setting of the header, it depends on the theme. So for this theme, this is how the header is to be configured. And I don't know if there is a search button. There is a search button, so I can add that one down here, and I can add it beside these ones too. So this is my search button. So that is how the header is to be configured. So I can put social here and you know add search button to somewhere and things like that. So when I'm done, I'll just click on publish. So we are done with the header builder. Breadcrumb settings, you actually don't need much to do there. Breadcrumbs are just like how the links are linked to each other. That is what happens in the breadcrumb section. Okay, so it's asking how do I want to place the header? Is it inside, after, or before the title? So you can just pick anyone, try it out, you reload the website and see how it looks. So after you choose the one that you want, you go to design and still make some edits to it. Let's just move on. So we have blog settings, footer builder. This footer builder, you build this the same way you built your header. So you just add the things that you want in your footer and you edit it. So that's what footer builder is about too. So we have the copyright section. That's the only thing that is there for now. If I just want to remove this, I don't want them to see Astra WordPress theme. I will just remove this code. This is a short code. This is a short code. I can remove it. Powered by my web services. So they will not be able to see the name of the team again because I don't want them to see that. So I can change this to a link, https://myweb.com, or the name of my website anyhow. So I've been able to change the footer copyright section to my liking. However, I can be able to design or add other things to the footer. These are some things that I can add. I was talking about footer menu the other time. So if I created a footer menu under the menu section, I'll just click here and the footer menu will show. Everything that is in that footer menu is going to come here. So if I want to add social section, I can come to this side and add social. I can add HTML codes. So I can add WordPress widgets. So that one is that. Once I'm done, I'll just click on publish and continue with other things. So that is that for filter builder. So this is just like overview of how your customizer works. It's not compulsory you use the same theme that I use. You can just try out another theme and you edit it. So the more you practice with all this stuff, the more you are going to get to know how it works better. So this is blog settings, and in blog settings is just going to assist you to design how you want your blog page to look like. So and also how you want your single post to look like. Blog page is like the page that contains the list of all your articles. So this is the current layout. I might decide to change it to this. So this is the sidebar layout. Like how does the sidebar look in in on the blog page? This is content width and things like that. This is the structure. So structure is like how are posts designed, like how are posts listed on my blog page. So currently it's going to show me a feature image, title and blog meta, and this is what we call the blog meta. So title is the name of the name of the article. Why blog meta are this? Like how many people have commented, which category did it belong to, what's the name of the author, and do I want it to show me publish date? This is what I'm saying. This is the header, like the title, but there is no picture on this article. That's why it's not showing me picture. So publish date is the date is published. You see, I've activated it to show me that, and it's showing it. I might decide to remove this or to remove how many people have commented. So I just click on this. It's not going to show how many people have commented again. I can decide to show or leave the tag. I can decide it that my blog page should show me the full content instead of the exact. So it's going to show all the things that are inside this article on this blog page. The next article, same thing. I don't know. There are some websites that are designed to do that. I think is it not Quora or Medium or so? They are designed to to show their instead of showing the exact like this, is going to show the full content, everything that is inside the article will show for the first article, for next article, for next article. So if you like to consider that, there are some things that you need to put in mind, like how your user are going to experience it. We call that user experience. So once you are done with how you want your blog page to look, you click on publish. Then for um this next setting to single post, is not much different from how we configure the blog. Single post is just that what or how do you want your post to look like. That is what single post is about. So this is the container layout, this is the sidebar layout. So as you are picking publish, you go to the website, you reload it, you see how it turns out to be. So you see the setting are similar to what we just finished doing. So it has its own structure and meta also. So this is the structure. It show the feature image and title and blog meta. So the meta also. So you just pick, you can mark the publish date. You can decide to leave the comment and remove it. Also, you can decide to add the tags. So you can just mark everything and you publish. So as you are working on your customizer, you'll be checking the main website and see how the changes are being effected. So whether they are actually well done, they are okay for the user, they make your website look nice or not. So we are done with our blog settings. What are we left with? Page settings, sidebar, just like how do you want your page to look like, and the sidebar layouts on the pages. So these are examples of some pages that we have here. So there is not much things to do there. So these are like our sidebar settings. So which layout do you want to use? How big do you want the sidebar to look? This our sidebar. So you can decide to edit the stuffs that are present on the sidebar also. So that is what that one is. So most of these settings, they came with our team. So I think we are done now. So once we are done configuring our team, and also before you start configuring your team, you can just create a demo article. You can create a demo article. So this is load Google Fonts. If you like to use Google Fonts, you can activate it. You can create a demo article with an image. So and some content inside it so that you use it to do your blog and page and blog settings. So I think this will be the end of our installation and configuration for the theme. So some things we've been able to do in this video, we've been able to install our theme, we've been able to install seed prod for coming soon purpose in order to announce that this website will soon be live. We've been able to create our favicon or site icon. We've been able to put or design our header, at the same time put logo there. So we've been able to design our menu, our widget, our sidebars, So our website is almost ready. So now that we are done with most of the theme settings, the next thing we'll be doing is we might try to go to pages and start configuring our pages. So I think when we get to essential plugins, we will talk more about that. So this will be the end of this video.